Hello. I thought I'd share with you a little book, music and DVD haul of Christmas presents that I got. These are a mix of bits and pieces from my parents and from Anna. So there's a few bits here. I've already got into using some of these quite a bit. There's some really good things here that have been on my list. Some of them for quite a while, some of them more recent. So DVDs wise, this is one that's been on my list for a number of years, I think. It's 3 TV series from the BBC that haven't actually been on for probably a few years now, but it's Monty Hall's Great Escapes, and it's the original one, The Beachcomber Cottage, The Great Hebridean Escape, and The Great Irish Escape. I wanted this because it's never on YouTube or anything like that. It's not really on telly much. It is occasionally on some of the sort of lower channels, some of the older things down Freeview. But yeah, it's really good. There's 17 shows on there of 60 minutes, so there's quite a lot of viewing on there. If you're not familiar with the programs, it's Monty Halls, who's a marine biologist, I think, and TV presenter, journalist, moves to 3 locations for a year and sort of does a bit of self-sufficiency. In the Irish one, he works with the Irish Whale and Dolphin Trust, I think it's called, and yeah, so he does lots of things out in the sea, looks at lots of animals, tends a garden. In the first one, he renovates an old bothy and lives in that sort of off-grid. Yeah, so it's just a real back to nature, wildlife kind of program, really nice and relaxing. So yeah, I'm pleased we got that. It'd be nice to watch those again after quite a while. Second thing is a Veg Growers Almanac. So this is a nice little book from Gardener's World, and it tells you about growing different veg at different times of the year, and what to do. So yeah, so I'll do a review of that when I've got into it and see how we get on through the year planting with that. That wasn't one that was on my list. That's one that I think Anna found somewhere, so that's sort of a nice surprise. And another one that wasn't on my list necessarily, but a nice book that I'll have a good read through, the Woodfire Handbook. So yeah, it's a book all about selecting wood, cutting wood, making fires, things to cook over fires, that sort of thing. So coming useful for camping, and yeah, generally out and about stuff. So yeah, it's a nice little camping kind of book. This one has been on my list for a couple of years, I think. This is by Alan Parks. It's it's not fiction. It's about their life in Spain, and they moved to Spain. And I read the first book where they started bringing up alpacas, and that was quite a funny book. It's quite good. So I put this one on my list as well. So yeah, looking forward to reading that. It was quite a nice, easy read, the first one. So hopefully that will be very similar. Next is these 2 books that have been on my list this year. The Blue Zone. So I read the first Blue Zones book that came out a few years ago, and these are 2 follow-up books. One of them has some recipes in, so sort of trying to show you how to actually embrace the lifestyle of living longer and healthy. And the other one, I think, is sort of a catch up on an update on what the research is sort of saying. So yeah, so two pretty in-depth books, quite small font, a lot of writing there, So yeah, they're quite good long books. Yeah, so I really enjoyed the first one, so look forward to reading those and seeing what we can find out. And the last book is one that I've already read a lot. Found out some things I want to do this year from it. We've got one of these wild guides for the southwest of England, and we used it a lot on holiday. So that was really good. So we've got this one for southern and eastern England. So it covers Norfolk, Suffolk, right down to sort of past London, and yeah, everywhere in the east basically. So yeah, really good. Found loads of places to visit, beaches, places to eat, places to camp, stuff that's sort of off the beaten track a bit, stuff you wouldn't find in a tourist guide, or sort of the obvious places to look. So yeah, really like this book. Flicked through it loads already. Had a good read of especially the North Norfolk stuff. That's places we go a lot. Yeah, really recommend these books. I think we're going to use this one a lot, and might sort of base some of our holidays this year around trying to find all these little places. And then the last thing in this little pile is music. It's a vinyl album. I've been playing this quite a bit already. It's Maren Morris, and it's her latest album. Yeah, it's quite just one that I quite liked. So I listened to on YouTube, and I quite liked, so I added it to my list. Yeah, I quite enjoyed that one. Yeah, so there's my little pile of books and music and stuff to read this year. I'm gonna try and make an effort to read all this stuff this year and start using them. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching that. I'll try and review some of these as I get through the year and start reading through them. And yeah, hope you're having a good Christmas.